Hi everyone, I'm back. It's me, Izzy. Well, in my last video, you saw me do her mother's makeup. Now I am doing her daughter's makeup. Miss Samantha, she is my niece. I love her so much and I love her hair. It's blue. And like her mother, I told her to bring stuff for me to help spread their foundation. Again, she brought the same thing her mother did. And I'll say like I did in my last video, this is 1930s. No. So again, I'm going to introduce her to beauty blenders. Now, her face is... her eyelids are more open, so therefore I can have more fun with her eyes. But her mom's, hers were closed like mine, so I had to do a lot more work. But I make it look easy if you know what you're doing. So let's get started on her. Now remember, not to prime is a crime. That is the #1 rule everybody needs to learn. So I'm going to use the same primer as I used on her mother on her. You're not allergic to anything, are you?
No.
Okay, good. Maybe I should have asked before I hit record. Well, I think the crowd loves funny moments. Let's just beat this into your face. Like I said, this is supposed to feel like a massage. So y'all need to go to get beauty blenders. You can get them from any store just about. Like I said, they are only more pricey if you get, the name brands. But a lot of these are very well priced. You can get a bunch of them in a little package set at TJ Maxx. Sometimes around the holidays, sometimes around spring and summer. They have different ones. Now next, we are going to do her foundation, and she is the same color as her mother, so that works out great. I can use the same foundation. We don't have to go shopping for more foundation, because shopping for foundation can get a little bit tricky. I was going to say, sorry, I'm not touch your eye.
You're good.
Yeah, sometimes it's good to let the person you're doing their makeup know that you're about to touch their eye, because sometimes they can jump. And if you're doing eyeshadow or eyeliner and they're not really prepared for you to touch their eye, they can jump and it can really mess up, and then you have to do it over again. And it's just sometimes not really, worth it. So make sure you let them know, like, hey, I'm about to touch your eye, especially if they close their eyes when you're doing their eyeshadow. Just be like, hey, I'm about to touch your eye. So in our last video, a loud noise happened. Let's hope and pray in this video. All right, next we're going to contour her, and I'm going to use on her the same contour I use, which I am using the Wet n Wild contour. Now, the reason why I have to contour her is because she does have cheeks, as you can see, but it's hard to tell her cheekbone is. So we are going to contour them so she has an idea of where to put blush on, because when you have a full-on cheek, you can accidentally put on way too much blush and just look like you have really big cheeks when you don't really have big cheeks at all. Because when you smile and you right here, those are your cheeks, not all over the side of your face. So I'm going to take my contour brush and I'm going to hug her cheeks like I do mine. That way she knows and I know where the cheeks actually begin and end. So you just want to make a little J shape and hug the cheekbones on either side of the face. And like I said, you want to make sure you try to get as close to the skin tone as possible, or it's going to look like you just picked up dirt and threw it on your face. You want to make sure you do it as lightly as possible, or else it can get too dark and just really not look good. Now next, we are going to reshape her forehead to match her cheekbones. So we're going to have to start from here and go all the way up. Make sure you get into the hairline as well. And basically what I'm doing is just reshaping her face, making it look more feminine. Like I said, not all girls have to do this, but sometimes it's good for the women to do it too, just so they can get an idea of where their cheeks are, where they can put the blush on, and just have a lot more fun with their makeup. And then we're also going to have to define her jawline, because the way her cheeks are, as you can see how my jawline is, so it's best to just trace it, that way you can tell where her jawline is. You just do whatever so long. Now we're going to get started on her eyes, and why she loves Disney too, we are going to do the not sponsored Jeffree Star Bloodlust palette, because she has Conspiracy at home and she's like, oh, Bloodlust, and she saw I had the palette, so she's like, please do Bloodlust, so we're going to do Bloodlust. And plus she loves purple, so we're going to do purple. So right here underneath her eyes, to catch the excess, sometimes you want to put a little bit of loose powder underneath it and it catches all the excess color that falls off. That way it doesn't mix into the foundation and it looks like you're trying to look like a clown instead of a princess. So you just start right here and you go all the way up like you're winging the eye, just so all the excess color can fall and stay there and it's easier to wipe away. That's what I do. Now, we are going to give her a very feminine purple eye to bring out her eyes and this beautiful blue hair. I mean, I do have blue blood, but let's just use purple. So with the same brushes from the Mickey Mouse and Friends Morphe collection, not sponsored, I am going to use the MM3 to start cutting her crease. And we are going to use the color Blood Queen. And Blood Queen is a really dark purple, but like I said, you always want to go dark and then light, never light to dark. But everybody's face is different. Everybody's makeup is done differently. So how I did her mother's makeup is different from how I'm doing her makeup, because her face is completely different. Not everybody has the same face. You can have the same skin tone all day, but you never do your makeup the same. No one does, unless you're trying to be twins for Halloween. So we're going to start and give her a little bit of a wing. We're going to cut her crease, but we're only going to go halfway, so I can give her more color. Turn this way. Now next we are going to use the IQ purple, just to kind of blend in the other purple. Next we are going to use another purple to kind of just blend it out. So we are going to use Beauty Sleep. I'm just gonna make this. All right, next we are going to take the lid brush, which is the MM1 from the Mickey and Friends palette. And next we are going to use take the crown on her lid. And this is really just going to bring together everything. And next we are going to use this one, and we are going to highlight everything we've done, and we are going to use Pink Magic to highlight these colors and just make it all pop along with her eyes. Now next we are going to give her some blush because we need to make her cheeks glow to match the glow of her eyes. So we're going to wipe off all the excess powder. And now we are going to give her cheeks some. So when you smile, your cheeks here, you always want to start from here and just go up and follow the line of your contour. And again, you want to do light strokes, like you're giving your face a little massage because you don't want to press too hard, or you can go way too overboard with your blush. It really looks cartoony and it looks very bad. Unless you're doing something for a cosplay, it's light strokes because you might want to make it look as natural as possible. Next, we're going to give her some highlight to give her cheeks a little bit of glow. And we're going to use the Kylie Lighter Pressed Illuminating Powder. And you just put it right there above the blush, just to give her a little bit of shine. Give it a natural glow. Then you want to do some down the middle of the nose. And then just a little bit right here on the forehead to give you that natural dewy shine look. And that is her eyes. Here is the mirror. Don't be too shocked when you don't recognize yourself because her eyes are wide open now. Even your mama's looking at you like, oh my goodness.
I know.
So I know you're used to being a tomboy,
Yeah.
but you know, this is you really feminine. So here you go. Let's see her reaction.
Ooh.
And there you have it. Like I said, these colors were all the Bloodlust by Jeffree Star, not sponsored. I will list all the colors I used down below. But if you have another look you want to see me do on them or myself, please leave a comment down below and don't forget to subscribe. Thank you for watching again. I'm Izzy. This is Samantha. Bye. Bye.